different forms of bullying every day, whether it's a little kid calling somebody a name or another kid putting their hands on another student. But bullying is not just from kid to kid. It can also be teenager to teenager, or I've even seen bullying come from parent to child. It breaks my heart to see people being bullied, but it absolutely kills me to see people ignore it if they see it. Bullying comes in several forms, including physical bullying, verbal bullying, relational aggression, cyberbullying, and prejudicial bullying. Physical bullying is when somebody has a victim or a certain person that they're going after, and they either bully them by hitting, punching, kicking, or putting their hands or feet on the other student and physically harming them. And usually when somebody is a physical bully, it is to gain power and control over that person. Another type of bullying is verbal bullying. This is not as noticeable, but can definitely be seen. A lot of this happens with he said, she said, or two children calling each other names, or saying menacing remarks to one another just to bring the other down. Another one is relational aggression. This is a very sneaky type of bullying that is hard to notice. It usually occurs between teenagers when one tries to purposely bring the other down by spreading rumors or manipulating situations to bring the other person down. A big form of bullying is cyberbullying, which has become a really big problem nowadays with all the technology that's come out. Because it's seen, but not a lot is done about it. And when somebody does try to bring attention to it, a lot of people just say freedom of speech. Things like cell phones and texting, or even with the internet on your cell phone and Facebooking, people posting nasty remarks, nasty pictures, spreading rumors, even with a laptop. But it's as simple as just in your hand, somebody saying something nasty and it's going viral. Another form is prejudicial bullying, which can include every other form that I've talked about, but is usually targeted on either a race or a religion or a type of sexual orientation. A lot of people would call this like racism or something like that, but mainly this type of bullying is targeted at a certain category of people. Bullying has a large impact on people physically, emotionally, and mentally. According to Corey Morgan, bullying has been linked to a number of school shootings and suicides of young people, but its victims also tend to suffer from depression, low self-esteem, and academic challenges. Bullying does not only affect the people who are being bullied, but the people who are bullying. So kids who are bullied are more likely to become depressed, have increased sadness, loneliness, have a change in sleeping and eating patterns, and have lost interest in activities that they used to love. Kids who are bullies also have more likely experience to have decreased academic achievement. So skipping classes, they could have a great GPA and it could totally plummet. According to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, in 12 of 15 school shootings in the 1990s, the shooters had a history of being bullied. Also, according to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, kids who bully others are more likely to abuse alcohol and drugs in adolescence and as adults, get into fights, vandalize property, and drop out of school, engage in early sexual activity, have criminal convictions and traffic citations as adults, and be abusive towards their romantic partners, spouses, or children as adults. 1 in 4 teachers see nothing wrong with bullying and will only intervene 4% of the time. Do not ignore bullying. If you see something, you can do something about it. A lot of people see something happen and will think, oh, it's not a big deal, they'll get over it, it's not going to affect them. But it really does. Bullying is a problem that often goes ignored. If you see signs of bullying, bring attention to it. If you don't know how, you can go onto a website that I have found. It's called stopbullying.org. And you can go to that website and click any role that you are in. So if you are a parent who has a child who you think is being bullied, you can click there and they'll tell you how to handle the situation. If you are a teacher, you can click on that one. If you are a child getting bullied, if you are a teen getting bullied, or if you're just someone in the community, if you're unaware of signs and whether or not to get help for those people, you can go there and they'll tell you how to do it. Bullying is often not taken seriously when it should be. There are several types of bullying, including physical bullying, verbal bullying, relational aggression, cyberbullying, and prejudicial bullying. These types of bullying also have a large effect on people that people do not realize. It is important to bring attention to bullying. Don't ignore it. If you see something happening, don't think that it's not affecting the person. Whether or not it's just somebody calling someone a name. You may think, oh, it's not a big deal, whatever, they'll get over it. But some people, it's a lot more than that, and it could affect them in the long run. According to DoSomething.org, over 3.2 million students are victims of bullying each year. Do not let one of those 3.2 million students be bullied because you decided to walk away instead of bring attention to the issue. Say